Will Arsenal beat Real Madrid and qualify to the semi-finals of the Champions League? Will Arsenal even withstand the pressure and the noise and the atmosphere at the Bernabeu? These are some of the questions that every Arsenal fan is asking themselves right now. And on this video, ladies and gentlemen, this is the match preview. Expect to see the anticipated lineup, the score, the anticipated performance, what Arsenal needs to do to be able to qualify into the semi-finals of the Champions League. Straight up, as we are going to play with Real Madrid at the Bernabeu is a crazy place to go to, an atmosphere that you do not want to find yourself in, because they even close the stadium to make sure you as an opponent, you are feeling the pressure, you are feeling the noise, you are feeling, the fans of Real Madrid, because they can sing from second one to the last second. But now, these are some of the things that Arsenal needs to do to be able to beat Real Madrid and qualify into the semi-finals of the Champions League. Number one, Arsenal needs to make sure that on this game, on that first half, they are not conceding not a single goal from Real Madrid. In fact, if it is scoring a goal, it is Arsenal that is supposed to score a goal. At least one or two here and about. And if they don't score, let it be a first half that is 0-0. Then that only means that when it comes to the second half, it's going to be very easy for Arsenal to defend the 45 minutes and, of course, be able to go ahead and qualify. Because Arsenal has got an advantage right now of scoring 3 goals at the Emirates Stadium. Now, number two, if there is any team that should score first goal, should be Arsenal. That goal on its own will kill the morale of Real Madrid completely, because now they will be looking for 4 goals, okay? But my advice to Arsenal is this. If Arsenal wants to win this game, of course, against Real Madrid, they should go to Bernabeu and play the game that they played at the Emirates Stadium. Try to attack and, of course, defend as a unit. In as much as you're attacking, defend as a unit. Be compatible together, work as a team. It is teamwork that is going to help, because if we go back and sit and, of course, play dark at football, quote unquote, and try and defend so much after we have not even scored the goal, it only means, and especially on that first half, it only means we are going to invite so much pressure at Arsenal. Now look, Real Madrid, one of the reasons as to why we beat them at the Emirates Stadium, it is because we killed or finished their midfield completely. There was no room for creativity from their midfielder, so there was no balls that were actually going to directly to Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. And I'm telling you, if we want to survive and make sure that we are making sure that you are winning this game or even getting a draw and are qualifying, we need to make sure that that midfield is not working at all. We need to make sure that we are controlling that midfield 100%. If Thomas Partey, Declan Rice and Odegaard would do the same job that they did on the first leg, then I can guarantee you it's going to be very tough for Real Madrid to be able to, give balls from the midfield going up front to Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. And I want to tell you, if we try and sit back, this Real Madrid is a very tough team, and it knows how to penetrate even that low block kind of football, because they are very good attackers in Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. So we do not need in any whatsoever way to sit back. Let's take the game to them. Let's play the game. And attack is the best form of defense. And should we attack, try and create chances, and of course try to score, that one we will scare them completely. Should we survive on that first half, not concede, or rather even score a single goal, it only means on that second half, towards the middle of the second half, that is on the 65th or 70th minute, Arsenal is allowed to play dark at football. It's allowed to play a low block kind of football, because now, if it is 3-0, or at least even if you have scored, even if it's 1 goal, we are allowed to sit back and, of course, protect our lead, because it's only 20-25 minutes to go. And that way, we'll be able to qualify to the semis of the Champions League. I think that is the best way Arsenal can do. Now, having looked at that, the next question is this: who will play for Arsenal? I feel like if I was Mikel Arteta, I will retain the same first 11 that played against Real Madrid on the first leg of the Champions League at the Emirates Stadium. Goalkeeper David Raya, Saliba, and of course Kiwi Yor, and that they are playing very well, by the way. Miles Lewis-Kelly, and of course Timber. Midfield, Thomas Partey, Odegaard and Declan Rice. Up front, Martinelli, Bukayo Saka and Merino. And let him not even change it for a single second unless there's a problem with any of the players. But otherwise, he should retain it. Now, Having I've looked at that one, then it leads me to the next question. What is my prediction on this game of football between Arsenal and Real Madrid? I predict a very simple win or draw in favor of Arsenal. It's either going to end as a draw of 1-0 in favor of Arsenal or a draw of 0-0. That is my prediction. Expectations of Arsenal fans and supporters worldwide is that we proceed and qualify to the semi-finals of the Champions League. When last did we qualify? It's been a long time since we qualified, so we need to qualify. Another expectations for Arsenal fans is that we don't get another injury. We don't get yellows that will suspend some of our players who are already on the books. And we also really hope that we are going to have a good game, enjoy ourselves, get to qualify to the semis, go to the semis. You never know what's going to be, because after this, after playing with Real Madrid, it only means that we will be remaining with how many matches? 3 matches to win the Champions League. And it's actually doable and achievable, because the opponents that are coming up front is either PSG, who we have beaten this season, 2 goals by the way, or Aston Villa, one team that we are used to playing with. So we really hope that we are going to win this game and of course have a wonderful evening. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that has been my match preview of this game, Arsenal versus Real Madrid. What do you think about my match preview? Do you think my analysis about what Arsenal needs to do to be able to win this game is okay? If you agree with me, well and good. If you don't agree, you can actually give us your own analysis on the comment section there so that we can keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for watching. Salute you, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel.